And we on. Shit, what's happening with it, fam? Back again this week. Got my boy Louis, King of Kings, about to jump on. Mark Nash in the building. Salute. What's happening with it, fam? Hold up. Back again.
Trying to get Gil on here too.
Mark Nash, salute, fam. What's good with it? Gil Cole should be jumping on in a minute too. But y'all want to jump on, man, and join the discussion before we take off, man. The link is in the Chiz app. You know what I'm saying? You're more than welcome. Oh, that go Gil right there.
Oh, you back here?
Hold on, I'm trying to set this shit up.
Boy, you been going in all week, man.
Ooh, I've been going in, haven't
Trolling like a mug.
I ain't know what happened, man. This man just came in like, you know what I'm saying, wild in the 12th round.
Moody Trey Weather, salute, fam. UGM, salute. What's good with it? Salute, fam. Yeah, we finna go in, man. Hey, I'm gonna start off with what we got coming up this weekend. Tomorrow we got a card. Austin Trout fight tomorrow. He fighting Alejandro Davila. I don't know nothing about Davila. It's a 10-round fight. He 22, 2-2 with only 9 KOs. And Austin Trout, you know what I'm saying? We all know his program, what he brings to the table.
At 147? At 147?
Nah, I think that's 54.
Okay, because he came down to fight before that. He was fighting at 47 or making his way to 47.
But Donnie Gago, if y'all familiar with him, versus Kareem Goffey, and Anthony Sims Jr. versus Hernan David Perez, Mike Perez versus Tony Salon, cruiserweights. And then on Saturday, we got Joshua Boazzi versus Ricard Balatinskin. I butchered the hell out of his name. We got Michael Mackinson versus some other Ranowski dude. Then we got Raymond Ford. He going against Reese Baladi. Then we got Yukrishar Farouk. Y'all seen him fight before, I believe. Lewis versus Luis Guerrero Castillo. Then we got Gary Anton Russell versus Emmanuel Rodriguez. Rasheed Warren versus Dominic Vasquez. We got Joshua Franco versus Andrew Maloney. That's gonna be a good one. We got Barbosa versus Antonio Moore. Then we got Jason Maloney versus Joshua Greer. I think that's gonna be a good one too. We also got Virgil Ortiz versus Mean Machine. So we got some pretty good fights, man.
That's tomorrow.
That's Saturday.
We also have for Maloney versus Franco, the rematch.
Yeah, that's what I said.
The trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the two fights.
Got some decent cards, man. Zay in the building. Salute, fam. What's good? Go King of Kings right there. What Gil go? I was reading off the cards and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Don't tell me Gil duck the smoke. Where you at, Cole? Come on back in, man.
Yeah, boy.
So yeah, man. My pick's already in too for that fight on the what's the name? Oh, that go Gil right there.
There we go.
I picked Cargo by UD, Trout by UD, Sims by KO, Perez by KO, Boasi by KO, Makinson by UD, Ford. I gotta go edit this nigga name. I picked Ford by UD too.
Okay. Well, who did you pick on the regular for fight?
Yeah, I'm about to get. I got Farouk by UD, Casamayor by KO. I got Russell by KO. I got Warren by UD, Maloney by KO, Barbosa by UD. I got Greer. He should KO. I think he's gonna stop old boy to the body, Maloney to the body. I got Ortiz by KO. I got Gutierrez. I got Zarilla. I got Mendez. I got Alvarado, and I got Valdez. And I picked them against Rigondeaux.
I know, I heard it. You know what I'm saying? By knockout.
Yeah, I got Casamayor stopping.
What you see, bro?
Casamayor rough, tough. He throw punches and bunches. I just seen the weakness in Rigondeaux a few one too many times, man. And I think this guy's a tough, dangerous opponent that's gonna be in front of him. And I think old boy gonna bring it to Rigondeaux ass, man.
Yeah, he got the possibility, but I think it's just me holding out hope, especially the last two fights. I think he been playing possum to try to get some. Um, he supposed to been getting a Nui fight. That shit fell through. And Casimir supposed to been fighting somebody else, but that fell through. So somebody pulled out. I think him or the other dude. I don't know how that shit go, but now he fighting Rigo. So I'm looking at it like, if he got anything left, this is the time to show it. You know what I'm saying?
And
If not,
this dude Toe Tate a new at bantamweight.
uh-huh.
This dude is no joke, man. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna be sitting there. I doubt if he gonna be sitting there waiting on anything Rigondeaux about to bring to him. Hey, how you see that fight playing out? King of Kings or Gil Cole? That Rigondeaux versus Casamayor.
I got Casamayor winning.
By stop it.
Nah, probably by UD.
Okay.
I think Rigo just too old. He getting up there.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment, man. He showing weakness and shit in these fights, man. And I ain't liking that, man, because it's gonna be way more tougher competition. You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers like the Matrix and shit. But what about you, King?
Hey man, Father Time gets everybody, man. I mean, I've been pretty much done with Rigondeaux for a while, but the truth of the matter is the reason he's fighting like that, I don't think he's playing possum. I think he's just the reflexes ain't there the same. And he already got kind of a chin that can make him get dropped. So I got it 10th round knockout for Casamayor.
I thought that was gonna be an upset fight. I see we all on the same boat. Louis holding on the hope. The
Yeah,
hope.
I said I'm holding on to hope. There ain't no logic. I ain't saying that man got nothing left. I say I'm hoping he do. I hope he was playing possum, because God damn it. Hey, what King of King just said right. If he wasn't, everything shot. That shit shot. So nigga talking about 10, he might be going in 4 or 5. Like straight up. If
Hey
he
Louis, wish upon a star.
What about Joshua Greer, man? How you see Joshua Greer, man? Ain't this his comeback fight too? I believe I ain't seen him fight or heard nothing from him since he lost.
Joshua
The
Hey,
Greer, you talking about
one
featherweight
with the pillow.
126?
The one with the pillow.
the one with the pillow. I
Road
was finna
rage with
say.
the pillow. Yeah,
Okay,
that's him.
okay. Man, shit. When the last time he fought? Since the pillow?
Man, I think since that last fight he took that L. I ain't heard from him since. I could be wrong though. He just probably wasn't on TV or something.
Salute to you, Trey.
But it wasn't a bad performance from him.
Who he fighting?
Uh, he fighting one of the Maloney brothers. I think he fighting
Shit.
Jason Maloney. Let me go double
Even
check.
though Jason ain't 'cause I think one of them bigger, one of them
He
smaller.
fighting Jason Maloney.
Yeah, so I still like the little bro. That's a little Maloney. I still like him. He ain't the best. 'Cause the other one just dog. Big bro, dog. I think Big bro fight at 130 or something. One that finna fight Francesco, whatever the good name is. Francisco.
Trey said he couldn't find an amateur record for Casamiro, so he's just gonna take Rigondeaux. Hey, what's the name? The link in the chat. Anybody want to jump on?
Yeah.
But who else we got? I mean, uh, Trout opponent. We really don't know nothing about him. Oh, and we got Gary Antonio Russell versus Emmanuel Rodriguez. I know y'all seen him fight before.
You
He was
talking
in
about 140?
he was in the
140?
tournament. Emmanuel Rodriguez.
I'm talking about
Yeah,
140 on Russell.
is it 140 or no? I think it's either 135 or 140.
Yeah,
Yeah, he at
it's
140. Yeah.
140, yeah.
He fought at what tournament? The one Josh Taylor and
It's
them was
not,
in?
it's not the one with the fat neck though, right? Just the one, the more slimmer one, right?
This the one that got power. This the one with the fat neck. But you know, they got the brother that fights at like 170, 160 something. I think. Don't quote me. I might be wrong, but I know
No, they both at they
they
both
both at the
small.
same,
They all small. Yeah, they small.
all
They
on small.
35, probably no bigger than 40. I don't think none of them bigger than 40.
Shit, I don't know what the other one at then. I don't know what the other one at.
But one skinny though, he got power too.
I know the one at 140 just fought not too long ago, so
He the one that fought what's the name in the amateurs? That fought Boots. The one I'm thinking about. I
Yeah,
think
that's the
this the
one.
one.
I don't think that's him because he just fought not too long ago. That's the one.
Yeah,
That's the one that knocked out the dude AB fought and
yeah, I think this
and
the one with the
Wallow.
fat neck. I think this the one with the
Yeah.
fat neck. I think this the one because Emmanuel Rodriguez he came up from 118. You know what I'm saying? He was in the tournament. Trey just
Oh,
put him
that motherfucker that got knocked out by Nui and then somebody else.
in the tournament. Yeah, that's who he was
Yeah.
gonna fight. Rodriguez.
Okay.
Mm.
They gotta
The
be
one
the
that
other.
the one that you
They
talking
got
about, he probably at 140 though.
Yeah, the one I'm talking about, the one that fought Boots is at 140. That's the other brother. The one you
Yeah, this
talking
the one
about.
with the fat neck,
Okay.
short, fat dude. I mean, not fat. He thick like a buffalo dude.
I got you. Man, there's so many of them, bro. And they all
They look
named
like
the
a football player.
same.
Yeah, they all named
Okay.
Gary Russell though.
Yeah.
One name is Antonio, the other one named Antoine, and
Twan.
then you got Gary Russell, Mr. Gary Russell. He calls himself.
Uh,
Who else? Rashid Warren. He's a kid.
that'll explain why I seen Gary Russell on Fight Hype. He's at some fight, so I guess he's up there at his brothers.
What about
Okay.
this Virgil? This Virgil versus Kavalaskis fight. How y'all see
Bruh,
that?
in the interview I was telling you about, Bob also mentioned they offered the Ortiz fight to him, and he said, "I'm not ready for Bud." So I don't know. It might be a little war for him, but if Cal Velasquez give this man a war, he's not what I think he is. Because I don't think Cal Velasquez is nothing. Like straight up, like he is what he is. So he should just watch the dude because he's power. He went in there. He showed what he could do against Maurice Hooker. Even though, like you said, he winced at some times where you feel like he should have bit down and show that he can be effective. So Green Beans might can come in there in the southpaw stance and make it awkward for him, or whatever the fuck he is.
I
But
think he just might run through Green Bean though.
he
I don't think
should.
he wants to sit there and let Green Bean just sit in front of him too, being that he doing study. And that comment about him not ready for Bud, like he ain't, at this point in his career, he ain't ready to be in no big fight like that and take
But ain't what he said after beating Hooker.
and potentially taking the L. You know what I'm saying?
Did
That's
you
like promoter kind of talk.
did you hear what he said? I understand that, but did you hear what he said after beating Hooker? He called
Yeah,
Bud out. Bud was in the crowd. He
that's
said,
why.
I don't care if I'm ready or not. It's no way in hell I can't possibly take this fight if it's offered to me. I gotta take it. And
That's
then
why.
when it gets offered
That's why I
to him,
say
he
that's
turns it
promoter
down.
talk, bro. When somebody changing their tune like that, you know what I'm saying? In his mind, he was ready, but then you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Motherfuckers,
in the heat of the moment, man, that's what that was. That's just I'm feeling myself. I'm juiced up right now, and the motherfucker got to thinking his pops or somebody came to him like, "Nah, son, you ain't ready yet. You ain't ready." So that happens, man. I ain't gonna hold against the young dude. You know what I'm saying? He was feeling himself, but it's all right.
it's a lot of fighters
I feel you.
talk like that. They say they ready, and then look at they opponents. You know what I'm saying? Their next opponents don't
Ryan
even be.
Garcia and Luke Campbell talking all that shit after Luke Campbell. Man started screaming mental health and shit.
I'm just saying their opponents don't even be fit for like you ready for this top tier. You're not even fighting with contenders and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that just be talk, bro. Like the promoters be trying to coach them, like don't call it out because fans gonna hold you to the fire and all that shit. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Just stay low key, kind of thing. That's what goes around boxing nowadays, man. All right, man. That's enough of that, man. I want to get into this Earl Spence conversation. That's why Gil Cole's here, man.
It's
Hey,
time.
look at this
It's time.
profile pic, bro. Look at this pic.
That's it, man. I'm
Gil
about to
played
lock
the
this
Luke
dude
Cole.
up.
He said that's
Hey,
a
look.
real injury.
Hey, look though, man. That eye injury is a common injury in boxing, man. Like there's not nothing new. Some people title saying he a duck, you know what I'm saying, and all this old extra stuff, which is kind of weird to me. You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker come off a car accident and fight a tough opponent. What possibly he need to duck Pacquiao for? You know what I'm saying? I think he willing to take a L, and I think he deserved that from the boxing fans. You know what I'm saying? Based on his competition. You know what I'm saying? For a motherfucker to have the least respect. You know what I mean? To cheer a motherfucker on. It just seemed like motherfuckers just be waiting in the cut just to sprinkle some hate on Earl Spence, man. And that's kind of crazy, man. This is boxing. You know what I'm saying? We want to see the good fights, the best fight, the best. And you know what I'm saying? We missing out on a good ass fight. Just cause your favorite fighter ain't in that position, some people favorite fighters was in that position and took that L. You know what I'm saying? So why is we hating on the motherfucker that was in that position? You know what I'm saying? Or even trying to make it a motherfucker get injured or find out if he was injured. You know what I'm saying? And had to step up out this fight. Now he a duck. Like a motherfucker been waiting on the opportunity to find any little reason to call Earl Spence a duck when his resume do not show he's any freaking kind of duck at all. I don't get that, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but let's talk about it though, man. How you feel about it, Gil Coles?
Yeah, please.
All right, now, explain to me how Lil Madonna got hurt. Also, how he got hurt?
You said Lil Madonna.
Yeah, Lil Madonna, my Marco's Madonna little brother, Fabian Madonna. How he get the same injury?
That's a common injury. That's why I told you when I started off, bro. A motherfucking hand, a boxer fracture, and a orbital injury be like the two highest injuries in boxing, bro. You sparring too. That shit can happen in sparring. You know what I'm saying? Those two injuries, both of them, the hand and the eye, can happen in sparring. Hell, one motherfucker got his eye fucked up hitting the speed bag. You know what I'm saying? That shit be happening. It ain't like it's way out the rim or none of that. It's a common injury. Shit, hell, what's the name? This motherfucker, what's the name? Got hit in his elbow and copped out and copped the plea. You got the picture right there. Keith Thurman. He stood out what, a year and a half. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but everybody wasn't even hearing that though. I feel like it was different when Keith got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Everybody calling him a duck. Well, I mean, he a duck. I know. Listen, man, listen. I know Keith a goddamn duck.
Let him cook. Let him cook. Let him cook. Let him cook.
Saying,
let
bro,
him cook. Let him cook.
It just all right. Straight up, this what I think is going on. Pac, what belt that was Pac had when he was sitting when they had the little face off shit. That little, cause that wasn't no WBA belt. What the fuck belt that was? He had when he was sitting across from Eric.
Super.
Nah, it was his belt. Nah. He still got it, even though he ain't the champion. He still get to keep it.
So he still got the belt, but it really ain't his.
Nah, but I guess, bro, when I first heard it, I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought that since it was a bunch of controversy and this fight wasn't finna be for a 3-belt unification, and then they ended up saying the only way we can get out of this is let Ugas take this spot. Look how Ugas get right into the spot. You feel what I'm saying? It felt like a setup to me. But when the motherfucker seen Earl Spence and with the eye bandage, you know what I'm saying, fresh emergency surgery, you know what I'm saying? I guess it just happened how it happened. You know what I'm saying? But the injury is not like it's just out the blue though. We saw him in there going hard and sparring. Some people had something to say about he saying he was getting tipped up off a 10-second clip. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But
hey, what's up with y'all? Let me say something real quick. Salute to y'all, boy, man. Hey, but this when Earl Spence had that crash, man, if you look at them pictures, his eye look kind of fucked up on the picture. And then in boxing, it's pretty common to have detached retina injury. Like if you think about Sugar Ray Leonard, Harry Greb died from this injury, getting surgery to fix it. Tiger Flowers also got the same injury. And he died on the operating table just like Harry Greb, you know what I'm saying? So in the history of boxing, it's pretty common for fighters to get a detached retina. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell him.
Hey, let me
just let me finish real quick. I got you. And the elbow injury from Keith was not the reason why they was calling him a duck, bro. Let's be honest about that. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? He got called out. He was talking all that rah-rah, and he got called out, and he didn't want no smoke. That's why he got called a duck, not the elbow.
And in all actuality, I didn't say keep Duck Earl then. I said when he came back and fought Manny Pacquiao, when he supposed to fought 2 tune-ups, then Earl, Manny Pacquiao wasn't a tune-up. I hold that against him. And mind you, he was out more than 18 months, 2 years. Earl just called it. So if Earl, you start seeing him all over the motherfucking on the TV and shit, you know what I'm saying, talking about niggas fights but not fighting and shit, and looking like he damn near 200 pounds, then you can say some shit or even compare it. It's not comparable right now. If it's fake or not, I just sit here and say he's playing with his career and his name right now to be faking an injury and putting somebody else in front of him. Because Ugas can possibly beat Manny, like straight up. So I don't see Earl doing that. I don't see Earl letting somebody trying to like giving it to somebody. You know what I'm saying?
And it's a fight that everybody wants, not just Earl. Bud wants this fight too. Shit, he been wanting it for 5 years now. You know what I'm saying? Thurman wanted it. He couldn't get past it. You know what I'm saying? It's Rod X the champ in the building. Salute. What's good, fam?
Salute,
yeah, he couldn't get past it. I'm just saying though, bro, like the hate is real. You know what I'm saying? We wishing on motherfuckers downfall because our fighter ain't in that position. You know what I'm saying? That's weird. Like we knocking Earl Spence like Earl Spence ain't fought nobody. Like Earl Spence ain't fought nobody and Bud have. You know what I'm saying? Come on, let's knock this off, y'all. Let's go on over the box rec and see for yourself. You know what I mean? We ain't going finna do that, man. Motherfucking Bud got skills. He got skills. The eye test is there. You know what I'm saying? But he been in trouble with damn near every step of fight he been in, bro. He had to make an adjustment. He ain't controlled it. He ain't just dominate motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? He had to make adjustments and get up off his ass and do some things in a few of those fights.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We just shitting on the motherfucker, man. Let's just be real. Ain't nobody shitting on Bud. Bud saying the same shit we saying. He's saying on Bernie saying it. The dude Red saying it and Bud saying it, bro. They said Bob fucking them and they still cool with it. They still cool with Bob fucking Earl, but every other network is full of shit, huh? I ain't heard motherfucking shit on ESPN or DAZN as much as they've been shitting on PBC about this goddamn eye injury. Calling them frauds, fakes, racist, all kind of weird kind of things going on. And we done seen all kind of racist antics from all the other companies. You know what I mean? At least they called this racist lady out. That was the judge. They called her out, fired her and all kind of, suspended her and all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they should have fired her ass.
Yeah, these Adelaide Birds and all these other weak ass judges still around. They still got titles and shit. They still in the game. You know what I'm saying? But we cool with that. We ignore that though. That's all fine. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, Canelo got judges in his pockets. We be on the show talking about, damn, we got to go with Canelo because if it go to the scorecards, who you think they gonna give it to? You know what I'm saying? That's where we at in boxing, man. Like it's we can't call it straight down the middle just because the guy is this name or that name. You know what I'm saying? We got to give it to him. We gonna ignore it, but we gonna call that out for this dude, and we gonna go 10 times hard.
Hey, let me jump in, say something about that, bro. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, look, hey man, this is the thing about it is, it's just people sitting around trying to find some kind. Look, so Errol Spence has never shown a history of avoiding any fights, period. So we're not going to sit there and because something actually happened to him and because all these other dudes we've been waiting around. Look, guys, bottom line is if you say you ducked the fight because you had an anxiety attack and I see you on the beach chilling and then two months later talking the same mess, you're lying. If you're a fighter saying that you're injured, but I see you in DePaul slap boxing with dudes in the middle of the street, you're lying. So until I see Earl do that, and like I said, I seen the pictures after the accident, man. If you look at Earl's face, I'm not surprised, man. I'm surprised something had popped up sooner. It's superhuman to do some of that stuff to come off a car accident like that and just go about boxing, a game where you're getting beat on. And we just find it all kind of, it's silly. Look, at the end of the day, man, if we're all fans, we all lose. This summer has become a bust. Let's just be honest about it. It's become a bust because we are losing these fights because of stuff like this. Yes, if you say you got COVID and then I see you 2 days later hanging out, a day later hanging out, buying cars and stuff, yes, I can call you a liar. So it's not the same thing. The dude, like you guys said, this is a common injury. And so I promise you, if they could have told him, hey, man, you get the surgery done today, you could fight tomorrow, the fight would still be on. But it is what it is. So we got a matchup. We got a consolation fight, which is cool. I mean, at least it'll be better than nothing than what we've been getting. So it's immature to sit around and just try to find every little thing to pick apart to try to compare some. Truth be told, if Bud came up next week and told he had a fight coming up and he said he got hurt, I'll believe him too, because I ain't never seen him avoid a fight like that or do any of that stuff. So that's not even an issue. So That's all I gotta say about it. It kind of bothers me because I'm a hardcore boxing fan, and we losing a good fight, and instead we got to find the most. And I remember somebody saying this terminology, but this ain't even something that dudes should be using. But we got to find the pettiest things to complain about, and that's weird to me. So it is what it is. Hopefully it gets well, and we'll get some good action later in the year.
Let me piggyback on what you just said real quick, because I agree with you what you just said, and I don't see Earl, like I don't know him to be a liar. And he said that he went to 3 different doctors and got some second and third opinions. So it sounds like a guy that want to fight. You know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, after the accident, he rushed back into the ring. I mean, he wanted to get back in the ring and show everybody that he's still the same Earl. He ain't lost a step. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to prove that. And to be honest, the man hasn't really looked the same since the accident. I'm not trying to talk down on him. I'm not trying to shit on him. But when I listen to him talking stuff, man, it's really painful to listen to, honestly. The man talks slow as fuck. He sound like he drunk or something, you know what I'm saying? It sound like he just don't sound like he 100%. So I'm not surprised that the man got an injury in camp and sparring or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because like I just said, I feel like he kind of rushed back in the first place to try to prove something. So I believe the guy. I think it's a legitimate injury.
Yeah, my bad, y'all. My bro. But yeah, though, man. I think it's legitimate too. And we missing out on a good ass fight. You know what I'm saying? That's a legacy fight, passing the torch type of fight. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker shitting on it. That's hatred, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Now, why I call bullshit that I won't say that dude Madonna, whatever, Madonna's little brother. I don't think he fucked up his eye. When Earl got fucked up, they scrapped that nigga and threw oogies in there. You know what I'm saying?
We forget
That's
all
what I
about
think what happened.
We forget all about the accident. Everything just go throw out the window. The motherfucker become a duck. His resume, everything just get thrown out the window. Like, come on, man. We've been getting some great boxing from PBC, Earl Spence. We've been getting some good shit from Thurman, Danny Gard. These motherfuckers been fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? The only motherfucker that was left was Pacquiao and what's the name for the Undisputed and Bud. We was getting closer to that. And it's a hee ha ha moment and shit. You know what I'm saying? J8 salute fam. He said they didn't fire the judge. How come I've been getting alerts saying they suspended her ass or some shit indefinitely?
Yeah,
No,
they
she
suspended her.
suspended but not fired though. You know what I'm saying? But
and she got suspended for 6 months.
Yeah, we were saying.
I thought it was indefinite.
Yeah, we were saying she should be fired. Is what we were saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At least she got called out though. You know what I'm saying? Her scorecard. What was it? Adelaide Bird, y'all? Versus Canelo versus Mayweather.
Yeah, it was something there. I think so. Yeah.
That the scorecard was ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker ain't calling that. Nobody called her out but the fans.
Yeah, but the only reason
this she ain't scored a fight since then. You know that, right? From what I've seen, she ain't scored a fight. That's not Adelaide. It's somebody else, but they ain't scored a fight since then. But like that judge that had that fight at draw ain't did a fight score since then.
I get what Trey. I know what Trey finna say.
The only reason this woman got called out is because of her tweets, though.
Mm-hmm.
That was a smoking gun on her.
They ain't fired her because her card. They said they fired. They suspended her because of her tweets.
She made some racist tweets.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't read them tweets.
That shit?
Yeah, she a Trump supporter.
Yeah.
Calling Michelle Obama a monkey.
A monkey.
Yeah.
No type
she
of
talking
shit.
about some Black Lives Matter. Then talking about some Black Goya beans matter.
LeBron
shit like that. Yeah. Like this bitch crazy.
Yeah, she was one of those motherfuckers.
It's a lot of them in there, man. Just like her.
She got some money. She a cone of her people. She got money, and she for Trump, who's against Mexicans. Oh no, not all Mexicans. Them the good Mexicans.
Man, Fox was in there whooping that boy ass, man. Giving that Silver Melodist a goddamn schooling, boy. Like that Silver Melodist ain't shit, boy. You ain't getting around like me.
What was they thinking? Why was they putting him in that early?
Because they do that when you got a
3-0 against 17-5.
But he was a Silver Melodist 2-time or something like that. If I'm mistaken, he was Olympian, bro.
And plus, he already 34 years old too. So they probably put him on the fast track. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. I ain't know that old.
And Fox was actually a replacement opponent. Fox came in on short notice, so They wasn't expecting that smoke like that there. They thought they caught Fox at the wrong time, but Fox been staying in shape on their bitch ass. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, he been sharpening up his tools.
He been waiting for that moment. He was waiting for that moment, and they robbed him.
Looking like a goddamn masterpiece out there, man. That motherfucker couldn't miss.
But I'm mad though.
Hey, the messed up part is they talking about that they're gonna make them run it back. But here's the BS bullshit part. That's a win for WBA because you know that it's gonna charge fees again. And ain't no guarantee he gonna win the second time. The truth of the matter is they should vacate that fucking fight. Anybody with look, man, you could have never seen boxing before, and you know that dude lost that Arte or whatever his name lost that fight. So that's a joke.
How are you gonna say the same thing, bro? Like, why he gotta whoop him twice? He done already whooped the man.
Like, give him his motherfucking belt, the little bullshit gold belt, nigga, and make that nigga fight his way back to him. You know what I'm saying?
That was his night that night. That nigga was shining on that boy, man.
Yeah, that was some bogus shit.
And in my opinion, that was gonna be the biggest win for the Fox brothers because you know we got a brother, Alantez Fox. I thought that was gonna be the biggest win for the two brothers, man. And I got respect for them because they ain't the most talented, but them motherfuckers is tough and they come to fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which one was the contender?
Remind me of the Petersons, bro. They come, you know they're gonna be in shape. You know they're gonna come to fight, and you're gonna have to get them out of there. You have to earn that victory, man.
Yeah. The queen they called Bobby Jean said at least make the shit a no contest. Hell yeah, salute to you.
Salute, sis.
Yeah, I think they should just give him the belt, bro, and just go dead that bullshit because, like, clearly that's some bullshit. Like, Bob even said the shit. I had him winning every round. You might can say, "Oh boy, won one round," and you gonna sit here and have this man get beat dead wide.
See, but the only thing is, if they give the man the belt, that's gonna set a precedence. So other people can be like, "Hey man, let's go back and look at my fight." Shit, they robbed me back in 2005. Let's straighten that out.
Hey, Derachenko, GGG, huh?
Yeah, let's go back and look at that again. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason they don't want to do something like that. They don't want to set a precedence.
Canelo versus Lauren.
All that. Let's go take a look. Even Charlo versus Harrison. A lot of people felt like that was a robbery. Let's go take a look at that. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think he need that. He need that loss. He need that loss.
In the Discord, I said the boxing got all this negativity around the boxing community. The boxing guys just snatching fights away from us. Oh, y'all don't appreciate this kind of shit?
David Benavidez. What y'all think about David?
Johnson up there, like, you see these, you listen to these goddamn YouTubers? Let's take this goddamn fight away from these motherfuckers.
Hey, what you think about David Benavidez and Utakaki? That shit got postponed because David got COVID.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that.
So what you feel about that fight?
Right now, he's gonna have to rehab. Versus Utakaki, I think that's a good ass fight, man. And I think that Benavidez was gonna go in with a little bit of nervousness.
I think that's bullshit on David, bro. I gotta call it, bro. I can't call Tyson Fury bullshit. Listen, David ain't. You telling me David wasn't vaccinated when Charlo was screaming and shit? He didn't go get vaccinated. I ain't heard this man come out one time talking about no science or none of that shit. So I don't look at him like no anti-vaxxer. Why David Benavidez ain't vaccinated? And then on top of that, that don't mean you can't get it. Why is he not conducting himself so close to the fight? It's fight like 2 weeks away.
But you know, he the type of guy that have trouble making weight too, King Louis.
Yeah,
that motherfucker might have wanted a couple of extra weeks. You know?
I call bullshit on this. I don't think he might have been ready.
Salute,
not saying he's scared of him.
Salute.
David's fat as fuck.
I think you got a point, King Louis.
Talking about he gonna go down to 160.
I got power though, Louis. You might can box his ears off, but he gonna keep coming, man. Yeah. If he potentially catch your ass, it might be over.
No, that's it.
But I will say this: if he do got COVID for real, niggas is taking L's coming off of COVID. There ain't really been a bunch of people winning coming off of that shit. They've been losing, you know what I'm saying? So they do make it a little more interesting if it's for real.
Yeah, COVID have a lingering effect on you. Even the NBA player that was coming back talking about, yeah, they still felt like their body felt funny. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't right. So it takes a minute for your body to fully recover from this shit, even though you ain't at the point you're gonna die no more. Your body will be still healing. You know what I'm saying? So you're right.
Yep. And it affects your respiratory system. And besides your cardiovascular system, that's probably the most the second most important system to a boxer. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a strong heart, strong lungs. So it could be tough on him if he's telling the truth. But I think I'm leaning toward what you said, King Louis. That motherfucker have trouble making weight. I think he wanted an extra month or something to get right.
So what was Fury's excuse?
Same shit.
Same shit.
Okay, too fat.
When Wilder was in the lab, Tyson Fury going around on a press tour with a chain around his neck with his shirt off, bullshitting, and Wilder in the lab getting ready, getting sharp. So I think that motherfucker needed some extra time.
I think that time gonna cost him though, because Wilder, like at the time, I think he might could have slicked it just on skill. Wilder look better. Like he's transitioning to this whatever the fuck like he's throwing doubles. He ain't just singling. He ain't just 1-2. The boy is in there bitch working and it's looking fluent. It's looking a little bit more natural. His footwork looking way. That's why I was really cause when he was first doing it, his footwork looked like okay. Now I look at it now like him just getting the groove of the shit. It's now he got that shit to memory. So he ain't really fighting nothing, but he getting that repetition where Wilder might whoop him. Wilder might whoop him, bro. Straight up. Cause he look like he doing the things he really do need, like, and it look like he gonna come forward. That's all I'm saying in his sparring. Long work, you know what I'm saying, and good combinations. Long work and good combinations.
Lil Rock, salute, fam. Shout out.
Salute.
Hey, Ryder always had the potential to beat him, bro. I think long as he working on more than just that right hand, and that's the most important thing he needs to do, man. Stop settling for the right hand, man. Work off the jab. You know what I'm saying? Use the check hook. Use other tools. Learn how to work in the inside. You know what I'm saying? Get a motherfucker up off you type shit. That's what we're seeing right now. Like we ain't seeing just no motherfucker standing in front of those pads setting up the right hand.
Yeah, Louis absolutely good, right, man. Though. He's getting more comfortable. It looks more than that, like, you know, I mean, I'm gonna lie, when you first seen it when he was outside in that ring, you can kind of see it was forced and he was having to think about it. But if you notice now, he's just doing it. It's just like it's getting better and better. And so, like you said, that Tyson Fury might have needed that time to get some more fat camp or where the hell, or he wasn't sharp or whatever. But all he's doing is getting Wilder more time to get crisp and get more used to being that way to the point where it's not unnatural, where it's his routine. It's going to be an excellent fight.
But at the same time, though, I got to play devil advocate a little bit. Extra time can hurt you too, though, especially when you don't work to get yourself in optimum condition, and now you got to go back to train again. That's what happened with Sonny Liston in the rematch against Ali. They said Sonny Liston was in shape like a motherfucker, but Ali postponed the fight because he got a hernia. And Sonny Liston had to go back to camp again, and he was already in mid-30s. So that made it kind of tough on him. And Wilder ain't a spring chicken. What old is he, about 35 or something like that? So extra time when you done already reached peak condition, it could work against him. I'm just saying that just to
only thing
objective.
I could say to be devil advocate, I say his injury history, how he always hurt himself and he giving himself more chance to be hurt. Because listen, Wilder ain't got that much mileage on him. Just look at the rounds under his belt. Other than the Ortiz, he's knocking them all the fuck out. And then he don't got no long amateur background, and he started boxing late. So them same miles compared to, you know what I'm saying, another fighter, that's just two different motherfuckers. He might have a tank of a 28-year-old. He still got strength to knock bitches, championship fighters out in the 12th round. And like we were saying, all he was doing was relying off his power, because up to that point, all he doing is 1-2 bitches and they going to sleep. He wasn't getting no rounds on them, so I could say shit. He's more fresh than the average fighter at his age. They'll be at his age that possibly been boxing since they was 6, like Adrian Broner or so some shit like that. Or you can say Bud Crawford. Then Bud start fighting early. When did Bud start fighting?
He started fighting when he was about 8. I think he made some good points. Wilder did get a late start in boxing. He started fighting when he was 19. He get a bunch of knockouts. He ain't got the long amateur career like he says. So I think he made some good points. I was just trying to be objective and just look at both sides. You know what I'm saying?
I said it'd be better with the injury, because he always breaks something in it. Like, you know, he'll break his fucking what was that shit he did in the Stavern? That wasn't training camp, but that was the Stavern.
He'll tear up his bicep muscle.
Yeah, he turned up a muscle, or you know what I'm saying, some in his chest, some in his arm. So that'll be my biggest fear. But like, he look like he always recovers, bro. So I can go to genetics. He looked like he dude got a good diet. So I think this, even though time, like you say, it can go. I think more of the weight gonna fall on Fury's side in this situation.
Hey, bro, you know what I was thinking? Cause you made that good point. That's what made me think so hard. I was thinking, being that this is new, this style is new to Wilder, it might be a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Might be a good thing to have a little more experience and getting sharpening up that this new style, this new tool. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. I was gonna say it could be good for him to get extra time with a new trainer, so they can get their shit together and get their chemistry on point and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I can see that.
And so it might be a plus, it could be a minus, depending on how they use that time, man. But yeah, man, I was still stuck on that, man. Like uh, Earl Spence doing all these good, giving us all these good ass fights, and as soon as something like this happens, the first thing we do is call him a duck out the blue when he showed no duck behavior, man. That's kind of strange to me,
Well,
man.
that's just part of the boxing community, bro. Like on the real, the boxing community can be poisonous, my nigga. Depending on what fighter that you go for, man, this shit can be straight poison listening to a lot of these motherfuckers. That's why I only listen to certain people. I fuck with y'all. I fuck with somebody like D-Lo. I call him the voice of reason. You know what I'm saying? Just somebody that's looking at the sport, looking at skills and appreciating what's going on in the ring instead of trying to make bullshit peripheral points. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got a good point about that, because there's certain things that, man, if you allow yourself to listen to them, it's stuff you ain't even thought of, man. Now I'm using a bad example, but that nipple thing with Earl, I had never thought of nothing like that in boxing, period. Till somebody said that. I'm like, what is y'all watching? Like what? Like I'm not looking at something like, but like you said, people got saltiness. They like to have something just to say. They don't care about facts. You know what I'm saying? You live in a world where somebody has terminology like alternative facts. That there's no such thing, but fools do it every day, and there's no consequence. I can make up a story right now. Just EJ got an eye injury because he drank too much Gatorade and the thing came up and popped him in the face. Like, and there's people that actually will carry that and repeat it because they don't pay attention. You can just say whatever. So, like you said,
Wilder's chicken legs. Remember, he knocking everything out, and the only thing they got to say bad about him is, "Look at his legs. They're little." Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I can see if he was pillow fisted. You know what I'm saying? They find an excuse, something not to like about him, I guess.
And if you look at boxing, most boxers don't have big legs anyway. Most fighters don't. Like recently, you see fighters doing a bunch of deadlifts and stuff like that. But for the most part, fighters run to condition their legs. So most good fighters have skinny legs, bro. It's pretty goddamn common.
Right. Only motherfucker got ginormous calves is Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? That's rare.
And that's an anomaly. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's why I don't be understanding, man. That's why I be like, man, motherfucker just be talking about skills, man. Potentially, if my views, you know what I'm saying, what I see is wrong, I'm eat that crow. You know what I'm saying? I just hope the next month, that's just how it go. That's what make it exciting. But motherfucker get to talking about a motherfucker blowing in another man's ear, his girl skinny, his nipples are big, all that old extra stuff that ain't got nothing to do with the sport. You know what I'm saying? I don't be wanting
Hey,
to
the
talk about
homie
that.
said Yellow Beezy should have kissed him on the eye and was just like, here. Like, hey, Gil, stupid as shit, man. Hey, you been
Like I be
trolling
seeing,
all week.
I be seeing little shit they be showing on Instagram, little weird stuff. But you following the man Instagram, personal Instagram. You know what I'm saying? You gonna see how a motherfucker. You see Wilder twerking. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker don't condone that shit, but that's what you gonna see when you following the motherfucker personal life. You know what I'm saying? You're not
Weird
gonna agree
shit.
with everything a motherfucker do, man. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
And if you think about it, man, if social media was around back in the day, we don't get to just enjoy the sport of things. We got to work. Like, look, man, to me, this is damn near. You guys might as well be in the supermarket reading tabloids. It's like, dude, I don't care if your wife cheated on you. Dude, I don't care if you like dudes on the low. Dude, I don't care what you ate this morning. Is your ass ready to fight? Like, the shit we be looking at and talking about and having to follow is stupid. Oh, Errol Spence likes blue shirts. Wilder, he likes to wear shades in the house. It's like, what? Who cares? I don't care. Is the dude is he ready to fight? Man, it's just all this extra stuff. We gotta have something to talk about all day long, man. It's crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Instead of skills. We can't get in there and say, you know what I'm saying, the motherfucker gonna set up this or set up that, catch you this way or catch you that
I
way.
can
You
say
know what I'm
one
saying?
thing, King. Your ass consistent. Oh God,
But yeah
that
though.
nigga,
Thanks,
that nigga
homie.
consistent. I say you consistent, nigga.
Yeah, that's why I said thanks, homie. I appreciate that.
I thought you said what? Yeah, because nigga, looking at that point, yeah. But like you say, without looking at skill, most of them niggas just say that shit. Just you know what I'm saying. I don't know. Stir up a pot, cause some controversy. You know what I'm saying?
And plus, it's easier, bro. It's easy to look at a nigga legs. It's harder to go pull up some film and do some film study and put shit in a historical perspective and all that kind of shit the way we like to do. It's easy just to throw out them type of insults. And then you ignore the shit about your own fighter. Like Tyson Fury done picked up grown men in their underwear. He licked on Wilder neck, bro. He licked Wilder neck in the fucking fight,
Bro,
man.
this
And
man went
they
to
don't
a
say about
dude
that.
that was a public faggot. Like, dude was like one of these activists. And Tyson Fury went and kissed this man dead on in the mouth. He kissed multiple men in the mouth multiple times, bro. Like, this man is a habitual homosexual. And yeah, I'm gonna put that down. But you let the other side tell it, oh, Tyson Fury, oh, this man of God and Christian and all this shit. Man, that man is a troll, a big ass white boy troll.
And we are not YouTube, we are not bashing at all.
Oh yeah, no hate, no
Disclaimer.
hate.
Disclaimer.
Yeah,
Not
disclaimer.
all, not all races and people.
Educational
No,
purposes.
one person don't define a whole ethnic group. Just you know what I'm saying.
We're just saying activity. Hey, but yeah though, man. Nobody that's what I was saying earlier though, bro. Like a motherfucker when it's not they fighter in that position, motherfucker find some way to hate, wishing death on the motherfucker and shit like that. Like, god damn. Why we wish death on the motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand this shit. Like motherfucker, we weird now. You know what I'm saying? The whole about the conversation don't go to nothing in the ring. Motherfucker gonna get knocked out, embarrassed, school. Nah, man. I hope a nigga get hit by a car. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
hey,
I
bro.
hope motherfucker, I hope motherfucker jump out right before the fight, the day of the fight. Matter of fact, I hope lightning hit his ass. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I
That's
remember what you said. I looked at what you said earlier about how niggas like you think niggas are somebody over there with a hoodoo doll. You remember Buddy that used to be back here that was a super Bud fan and got mad at us about Bud. That nigga
yeah.
about got an Earl Spence voodoo doll, bro. Like,
I said somebody. I told them. I said somebody went to that lady that Richard Pryor was talking about. Y'all, I know a lot of y'all my age and shit. Y'all know what Richard Pryor said. He took his homie. He had them swollen feet. He took his homie to the lady with the monkey on her neck, with the monkey foot on her neck. She had a monkey with two hands and one foot, and she had the other foot on the neck. Y'all remember that shit?
mm-mm,
Oh
mm-mm. I gotta go
man,
look at it.
look it up, man. The
I know
monkey
Richard
feet.
Pryor dumb as shit,
It's
man.
called the
First
baby
black
feet, I
president.
think.
I
But
gotta go see it.
I said, yeah, one of them Terrence Crawford fans went up there and wished the hex on Earl Spence. You know what I'm saying? But really, I think it's just the boxing guys. There's so much negativity, bro. Like we getting good fights from certain programs, and the motherfucker, we ain't even appreciating those, bro. Just cause
Bro, I
they
was
fight,
so happy for these fights, man.
I heard this. Just cause Bud ain't fought a motherfucker, now the 147 division ain't shit. The
Hmm?
154 division ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? They trash. It's trash. What? I'm like,
Man.
man, we don't watch these kids put their O's on the line and some more shit. Get in there at early age, battle tested. Now we at 54, we at the last two for up for undisputed, man. They done ran through each other. No ducking, no running, no nothing. At 47, it's the same thing. Bud came up, I give him 2018 and thought people supposed to cater to him. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. And where did that go? You people come up and call people's out. You know what I'm saying? And if the money talk, the money talk. But I remember somebody saying they don't want to even fight no more. How's that Earl fault? How's that Earl or PBC fault if Buzz saying he don't even want to fight no more? Like, where does hatred come from, bro? Like, how's we hate motherfuckers now? We've been seeing this motherfucking corruption shit from all these other programs. We saw it from the Fox fight. I'm gonna get that. You know what I'm saying? It was one other controversy type of card that went on. But goddamn, these motherfuckers is giving us some motherfucking bona fide boxing fights, man. Let's be real, man.
Hey,
And
you
then at the
gotta
same
just you
time,
gotta be honest with yourself. The thing about it is, man, anybody saying that is not really a fan. There's people out there. This is how pathetic a lot of people are nowadays. They follow stuff that they don't even like. So if to even mention and say 154 is not the best division, that's why when the other night I was jokingly saying the only division I'm watching is 154. It's because they consistently got fights. They got Tony Harris. I heard about to go out here and fight Costa Zoo. So the thing about it is, if you say that you're not a fan of the sport, you just want to cry about everything. There's a lot of miserable people that don't understand boxing. 147, 154 are the two divisions that we basically got in almost every fight. Everybody has fought each other. The only delays came off people being injured and stalled, but then they eventually still had to fight and got beat. So we can't say that. People, if you're saying that, you just don't like boxing. So just be that person. But it's wrong to even hear that. Like, we shouldn't even give that an audience, because if you're saying that, if somebody says that to you, Marlo, immediately you should just put an X on them and never listen to nothing they got to say ever, because that means clearly you're not following the sport. You're just a hater. If you're a hater, go watch UFC or go watch something else. I mean, it's cool, but it's ruining it for us hardcores, because we're always hearing some nonsense that is so irrelevant. It's ridiculous, man. Like, to the point, I can't even watch my social media half the time because it be popping up stuff I don't even want to see. So, I mean, that just is what it is, bro.
Let me say this real quick. And then at the same, I would throw 140 in there too. I think 140, they've been handling themselves like fighters and making fights and stuff like that. But I would also say, like, on PBC behalf, I know they had a bad decision in the Michael Fox fight, but to me, overall, they'll give you a fair shake over there. Like, we had that bad decision, but like I think a week prior, maybe 2 weeks prior, we had that Vito Mia Nicky kid. He took his first loss in an 8-round fight versus that kid from Philly that lost last week to Joey Spencer. So, you know what I'm saying? So that was a good decision. They didn't rob that kid from Philly. So yeah, every now and then they gonna slip through the cracks and fuck up, because ain't nothing perfect. Ain't no network perfect. But overall, I think they do a pretty good job with the PBC as far as how they put you in tough. And I think they have some pretty good decisions over there, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, over one, when we over the years we've been getting trash. Look, even recently, Bud himself came out and said they only want to do most of these networks. And I know he was talking about really his own network, but he said most of these only want to do in-house fights. You know what I'm saying? They want to get the majority line share of the money. Yada yada yada. If he telling you this, how is the blame the finger is getting pointed in only one direction? It just came out of Bud mouth, because he surely wasn't speaking on just no one Pacific. He said all of them, all of them. But if you calculate what Red said, when Red said that Bob tricked him into signing, promised them this or that fight, it really sounds like he's talking about his own promotional company. You know what I'm saying? Because we see Fury fighting so and so. We done seen Earl go over there to go fight Brooke to go get a title. We done seen PBC work with motherfuckers outside networks. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't see how that makes sense. He had to be talking about his own house. So if he's saying this, how come a motherfucker still go around with what he say and shit on the next motherfucker? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, salute the one time. My bad, bro. Salute the one time, man. He say 122 in there too. Yeah, they have some good fights. I want to see that Aleem and Cool Boy Steph. My bad, bro.
You said what?
No, I was just shouting out one time. We was down there making some comments and shit. They all dub Lawrence Williams.
Hey, shout out, Law. Shout out, Law. Talk to me.
Yeah, he was talking about 122. They got some good fights down there. I want to see Cool Boy Steph and that Aleem kid. I think that's his name, that undefeated guy. Yeah, J8 say Aleem taking over 122. I'm taking Cool Boy Steph on them boys, man. I like Cool Boy Steph, man.
Yeah, I'm locked in with you. But yeah, I'm just saying, man, like, it's kind of, that's why I say the boxing guys took these fights away, man. You know what I'm saying? It's too much negative energy about the good fights we've been having over the years, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep them 147 damn near fight. Only motherfucker that ain't fought was goddamn Thurman and Spence. And then we was finna have the Pacquiao and Bud. So these 3 fighters, the only ones that ain't touched each other yet. But everybody else, the Danny Garcias, the Porters, shit, you name it. 147s have fought each other, man. You know what I'm saying? How's we ain't getting good fights from 147? Because Bud ain't fought them yet. You know what I'm saying? But Bud, all his good fights, supposed to be y'all let most of them tell it, was at 140. But Taylor got had better fights at 140, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So that narrative out the window, bro. He need to fight these motherfuckers. All that in-house excuses and all that. You need to fight to somebody, man. We looking to see Porter. Let's hope the boxing guys don't snatch that up. Let's hope Ali don't say, man, fuck that, man. They still ain't acting right. You know what I'm saying? Let's fuck this one up too, man. What's that? 3 fights, bro? We had the
Fury Wilder.
Yeah, I can't even blame the boxing guys for Fury though. That motherfucker just straight up ducked the fight, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't even call that shit on him because I don't believe he got no COVID-19. That's just me, man.
Yeah, I can agree with you, but I'm just saying it's all happening back to back though. They took the Theo, they took the Fury. You know what I'm saying? The Spence. They just snatched motherfucking Benavidez versus Uzcategui. You know what I'm saying? Just back to back to back snatches. We ain't getting them. You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers is shitting on them. And it could be because the motherfuckers so much negative talk about it. They like, fuck that, man. This shit ain't gonna do. Let's go on and just replace. Let's just go on and replace Spence, man. I'm hearing too much negativity about this fight through social media. Because I heard these reporters. I heard the reporters say the reason why they went to go check the judge out is because of all the negativity that was going on social media. So that's the only reason why you went to go check her out. You know what I'm saying? Or was the fight really fucked up and she made a fucked up, horrible decision?
It was a correlation. She made a bad decision, but the tweets seemed to corroborate her decision. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as being for some racist type shit, for reasons outside of what happened in the ring. Her tweets corroborated that. And that's why they put 2 and 2 together. You know what I'm saying?
It just all fucked. That's the summer. The summer just fucked up, bro. We were looking forward to these fights, man. Looking forward to these kind of fights, and we could take the Teofimo Gambosas out, but that Wilder Fury was damn show one, and this goddamn Pacquiao Spence
and David Benavidez.
David Benavidez Uzcategui. We chatter about that. We finna see David Benavidez get tested.
One time got a few good fights down there. You talking about though? You talking about what did he say? Shit, I don't know. He said Aleem. Yeah, Aleem versus Danny Roman. We gonna find something out about Aleem in that fight. Roman gonna come fight back. And Fulton versus Figueroa. You know, Figueroa got that big win over Luis Nery like a couple of months ago. So that's gonna be a good fight too. So we got a couple of fights that's coming up.
When is that one?
I don't know, man. You know, one time be doing all them dates and shit. Right next to Champ talking about by far the best nickname is Cool Boy Steph. Yeah, it kind of remind me of Frank Craig, the Harlem Coffee Cooler nickname. You know what I'm saying? That's my favorite of all time, the Harlem Coffee Cooler on them boys.
Yeah, like the motherfuckers really changed. Just fuck a narrative. I mean, fuck the real. We just gonna push narratives and lies and dramas and bring in these casuals and watch these casuals head up and let them go repeat shit to motherfuckers that's really watching and following the sport. You know what I'm saying?
And you might have a casual for 12 months. You might. And after that, they back to the sport they follow.
You can keep a casual entertained with real facts about boxing, bro. Whether it's history or right now, up to date shit, you can keep entertained with real facts. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to make up shit. You don't have to talk about nipples and titties and all this old extra shit, twerking, motherfucker hugging on men or drinking. You know what I'm saying? That shit, if motherfucker hear a motherfucker drinking, that's gonna go into your motherfucking assessment coming into a fight, right? You know what I'm saying? If a motherfucker out there clubbing and drinking, he ain't that serious about what's going on. You know what I mean? Motherfucker in the casino at 3 a.m. playing cards, and he got a fight in the next few hours. You feel what I'm saying? He ain't serious about winning. You feel what I'm saying? This shit is not no goddamn boxing. Ain't no game, bro. This ain't no motherfucking. You know what I mean? No motherfucking checkers. I mean, no motherfucking caroms or dominoes or anything of that nature. This is physical physical and mental sport. You got to prepare yourself. You know what I'm saying?
At a high level.
At a high level, bro. And if you ain't doing that, you know what I'm saying? The next motherfucker that is got an edge on you. That's just how it is, and that's just how it go. You could take and use Andy Ruiz versus motherfucking AJ on that note. They thought he was some duck, he was some chump that was finna get in there and get mixed, but it didn't go how they thought it was gonna go, man. That fight had people crying, bro, yelling cheat, all kinds of crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Disappeared.
Instead of giving that man his props.
That man daddy was finna beat up Eddie Hearn. All type of shit.
That's just what it come to, man. These motherfuckers playing games, overlooking motherfuckers, man. Motherfucker in here been dreaming about some of this shit all their life. Be ready to put it all on the line tonight. You know what I'm saying? Something that you ain't finna do. Cause we saw AJ in the second fight. That motherfucker looked like that dude on the macaroni and cheese commercial. Go on, get. That's what that fight looked like. He was just getting on the whole fight, knowing that if it go 12 rounds, he was gonna win.
He had it in the bag. Bro, he was winning on the card he quit on. He was winning on the card. He was up on 2 judges' card by like 1 round.
Yeah,
after being dropped twice, like twice in the fucking third.
Wanted to go to the judges. He was gonna get knocked out for it. Went to 12.
Yeah, he wasn't going 12 the way he was coming.
Yeah, you know how that's why he got on. The second fight was totally opposite. So you can't say he sat there and got his revenge. You know what I'm saying?
AJ got hit so hard that man thought he was a chef.
He changed up his whole game plan. He had the man chasing him all around the ring. That's not how AJ fight, and it didn't look good. It didn't look too pretty. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be prepared, bro. A lot of fighters not. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker didn't know that Earl was drinking until a motherfucker actually saw his ass on the press conference. Drunk as hell.
One thing I will say about that, I could say even though it was ugly, it don't got to be pretty as long as it worked. And it worked. And sometimes you ain't got to be the prettiest, you know what I'm saying? Especially when, like, Andy Ruiz ain't no bum. I think Andy Ruiz give a lot of these fighters, he was underpromoted, and by the time he got with I don't know with the PBC or whoever he was with, he picking it up on a 5-week, 6-week notice. He got no chance. But just like Ugas, just like Andy, they gonna throw you in there. They gonna give you a chance to prove what you are. They ain't gonna hide you from no fucking fight. That's one thing I will say.
Let's keep it a buck about Ruiz, though. I mean, the thing about it. Oh, I'm sorry.
He really beat Joseph Parker too, but you know.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he would not be able to get away with that with these other fighters like Fury or Wilder and all of them fighting like that, bro. Especially running like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not happening. That's just all I'm saying. It was ugly, and regardless to the fact, long as it went 12, he was gonna win. We would have been yelling bullshit, even if Andy was tearing his ass up on the run. You know what I'm saying? Listen to the biased ass commentary that was going on. They were saying that shit was something like Muhammad Ali out there.
Who's coming at him like Andy?
Like I was saying,
who others coming at him like Andy though? They're gonna make him have to go back like that.
Hey, the knock that they had on Ruiz is the reason he lost the second fight. So nothing changed. He don't take training seriously. That's what Bob Arum's problem was with it. It's not that nobody thought Ruiz was a good fighter. They thought Eddie Hearn heard, oh, this dude don't train. If I give this dude 5 weeks, ain't no way in hell he's going to be in shape to beat AJ. AJ should be able to beat him just off physicality. And he got woken up to realize his skills pay the bills. They don't give a damn.
But listen, hold on. No, it wasn't that. He was in shape. Don't say he was. Listen, that money went to his head. All that money. And then, like they said, they was shoving food down Andy's mouth when he was over there in Saudi Arabia. Just kept feeding him. So man, listen, the money went to his head. When he was with, how they get say that again. This nigga over there was caught in Saudi Arabia. Where he get that from?
Yeah,
he getting this shit in. That man getting this shit in. You know what I'm saying? This nigga up here spending thousands of dollars, nigga, for a kata. Listen, what I'm trying to tell you. The man. It's like when they say you shouldn't give niggas money. He was a ghetto motherfucker that they gave some money, bro. That man went and bought him a Rolls Royce, a fucking man.
But it's the same.
He started hanging out with
like
the cartel leaders and shit like that in Mexico.
Niggas undisciplined.
Celebrity.
Yeah, that's the bottom line, though. The Doc is
the first Mexican heavyweight champion ever in boxing. So he had all that shit working against him, and he lost focus at that moment. Because if you look at him prior to that, he just knocked out Devinchenko. That's why he was able to pick up the fight so quick.
Let's just be real, bro. He ain't like he just picked up that weight just that the second fight. He always was fat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They just used that against him. They made him chase him around the ring. You know what I'm saying?
But what did his trainer say? His trainer came out and said he had to beg Andy to get in the ring. He said Andy didn't come to like 3 months. He said Andy will be in that bitch for like 30 minutes, get a call, he gone. I don't see him till next week. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I think it was Renault. So whoever the fuck that was training him talked shit about Andy because Andy ended up firing him after he lost to AJ and shit like that. He was like, bro, Andy didn't take that shit serious. Andy wasn't like had a whole interview and shit like
El Fenici say Ruiz got money and got comfortable.
yeah.
J.A. said he gained weight the second fight. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was already fat anyway.
Yeah,
Man,
he was already
Lopez.
fat, but that motherfucker was a fat motherfucker for that rematch, though.
He was
Boy.
damn near 300, bro. And I think they were lying. He about was. He was about
He was a
300
fat
pounds.
bastard. I know
Man,
the fat bastard is,
they
right?
said the man was
Yeah.
283 or 282 at weigh-in. I wouldn't doubt the man with 300 at fight night.
Get in my belly, AJ.
Man was over there like Goldfinger, eating
They
everything.
said they had that piece of taco platter. They sabotaged that nigga. Yeah, for real. Hey, they said the president had a whole smorgasbord for him. It was all Mexican food. You know what I'm saying? Carne asada, taco, chicken, all that, fresh tortillas, all that.
But that makes
was
sense, though. It makes sense. He was the first Mexican heavyweight champion ever, so I can kind of see it going to his head, and I can see him being showered with a lot of love. Cause think about when Roberto Duran, when he upset Sugar Ray Leonard, he became a hero in Panama. They said everywhere he went, somebody had something to eat for him. And Sugar Ray Leonard and them heard about that and were like, let me get him back in the ring ASAP because this nigga is eating up all the Panama and he ain't gonna be ready to fight. And that's what happened to him. You know what I'm saying?
Took right advantage of that.
Everybody don't handle success in the best way. And that's one thing I got against Tyson Fury. Because his history has showed me he don't handle success the best. He gonna go get him a kilo on y'all niggas and snort
and disappear.
all
That bird gonna be gone in 3 days, bro. Like he gonna disappear, man. And by the time you see him, by 300 some thousand is gone out the man bank account. He been gone for 2 weeks, man. Man up here, man got big money, bro. What you talking about? Like he go get birds. He getting them by the dirty, man.
Yeah,
like,
Dope House don't close, man. Dope House is open 24/7.
What you mean? The man went down there with you remember when they gave him the mind belt and shit? That nigga went down there with Mauricio and he showed him the plug.
Yeah, that nigga know he know Chapo's personally. He know them personally. D-Lo 404 said Eddie fattened Andy up for that L. Yeah, he did. J.A. said right. He said right. They eat curry over there. What asada come from? Real talk, huh? I said who? I said they don't even got tortillas over there, bro. They eat those little breads. Like you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like, I know what you're talking about. Like they be in the Ethiopian place. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. How he get fresh tortillas?
And, bruh, I'm telling you, man, that man was spending thousands. The man got money, bro. They paid him like 10 to 11 million for the fight. Man wasn't worrying about expenses.
D-Lo say Andy was acting like them cats on the Chappelle show.
The reparations episode.
I ain't seen that one.
Everybody was going crazy.
Then the man trainer said he fired him so he wouldn't have to pay him. Then his trainer said he fired him so he wouldn't have to pay him. He said I wasn't tripping too much on it. You know what I'm saying?
He said the Cadillac dealer got rich on the
got rich as a motherfucker. No, they literally said that. He said the Cadillac stocks that went through the roof since these niggas got reparations. What?
Oh yeah, I remember that shit. They were talking about KFC, Cadillacs, nigga.
I think maybe Hennessy and gin, all
that shit.
No, it's gonna be that. It ain't gonna be Hennessy no more. It's gonna be what's that next one up? It's gonna be Remy.
No,
because motherfuckers they won't buy Remy because that Hennessy is a little cheaper.
Yeah.
Trey.
He rich, nigga. They give niggas reparations. You know, when you give a nigga taxes, nigga, they don't budget that shit. They go get an outfit, go get them some weed, nigga, a bottle of liquor. They go to the club and they balling. You know what I mean? And wake up broke the next morning.
They said Eddie bought a fresh set of silk sheets around him.
10,000 count sheets, nigga.
Oh,
It's hard to get up, huh? It's hard to get up and train. D-Lo folks said he wasn't that damn fat. J.A. said Manny Robles did a whole interview talking about that boy, man. D-Lo, he said he didn't want to, but since Andy want to lie, D-Lo folks said silk drawers and pajamas too, goddammit. Silk socks. God dang. Oh, let me find out he was walking around with a silk bonnet on.
Man, what this dude, hey, bro?
J.A. said he's father them over text. Oh, for real? D-Lo, once they got that money, D-Lo folks said Jabba the Hutt. Good looking hunky. What the hell? Salute, shout out to you. Shout out to you.
This dude a troll, bro.
They gotta be a troll. That ain't no fucking.
This nigga said Peter North here, adult film star. I was actually at ringside at Tyson Fury Wilder 2. Tyson made Wilder look like a wet some shit. Like, dude, a troll.
Yeah, that's a troll, man.
He's a good looking honky. Straight up. Let me don't repeat these niggas' names, man. Y'all get out of here with that bullshit.
Yeah, get out of here with that old ass shit, man.
Yeah, that shit weird as fuck.
That nigga done fucked up my whole train of thought with that bullshit. Okay.
We were talking about Andy Ruiz waking up in them 6 shifts, and T-Lo was saying he really wasn't that much fatter. He just wasn't in shape. He let on Manny tell you, he was like, man, that motherfucker wasn't training or none of that shit, bro. That nigga was out there going to soccer games with the cartel members and shit. Like,
yeah, but hey, that's what I was saying, man. That's what the knock was. That was what Aram said, man. This motherfucker not disciplined. He not disciplined.
I'm waiting on it, Rod X. That's all I can say.
Nah, go on, tell him, bro.
The fuck out my chair.
You heard him.
I was trying to read it, but I was laughing as I was reading it, and y'all fuck around and saw it.
That's how I see Rod X shit. I was like, y'all wait.
I had been saw it. I should have been smacked it, but I'm talking about the shit was funny, man. Like from his name to like that was creative, though. That was creative. Get the fuck out of
here. He just knew the motherfucker was gonna read that shit like that. Look honky. Marlo friends. Hi, Peter North here.
Man, comedy, bro.
Peter North here, tuning in from Adult Studios.
He said I'm an adult porn adult porn film, probably some homo. Like, man, y'all get out of here, bro, man. Y'all got the right to be what y'all want to be, but keep that in y'all closets and y'all circles.
Yeah, man, we ain't got no you could be a porn star, you can be whatever you want to be, man. Leave that away from us. We talking. You did you hear us talking about anything about no goddamn anything that didn't have nothing to do with boxing? We ain't talking about that kind of stuff over here.
He said that shit like it was gonna give us some clout, nigga. Adult porn star here, like nigga, we don't give a fuck, nigga.
Man, this dude's crazy, bro. Oh man,
I just hope, man. Probably weak as a motherfucker talking about you a porn star. Get your ass up out of here, boy.
All right. Nigga, the back to regular schedule programming, man. I'm telling you, I was dying laughing when I read this shit. Like, man, this is a super troll. I was hoping 100 didn't come. I hope 100 more didn't come out there.
When I read his name, I was like, hunky. I said, yeah, you know, Nick can't be disrespectful. Have it your way right now, man. Somebody gonna smack you, man. I'm gonna have to tell you them famous words. Real tough.
Yeah. Man, I'm just saying, like. It's hard, like you say, it's hard to even get boxing news to be anywhere on YouTube anymore without some bullshit ass narrative really fucking up the sport. Now, I'm not saying people don't have the right to their opinion, but you can tell when people just spewing shit they heard and they don't know shit they talking about because they be saying obvious lies, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd didn't fight Paul Williams, but Manny Pacquiao did.
They found out it's shock factors. You gotta say shock factors for YouTube. Motherfuckers say any old goddamn thing, try to get that shit going. You wanna be Hassan Campbell or Tommy who. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Like,
man,
come on, man.
weirdos.
Have your own opinion, a good, honest opinion, not no biased opinion. You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker can say everything respectful about Bud and factual, and a motherfucker still get mad at you. Shit that he said out his own mouth, and the motherfucker still get mad at you. Nigga, I get mad at Bud, nigga. That's where I got it from.
And really what it is motherfuckers is lazy, man. Like it's a lot easier to say some bullshit than to say some informed shit to where you actually got to go research and do some film study and all that kind of shit. So they rather just repeat what they heard another nigga say because it's easier.
Instead of fact checking them and coming back saying, hey, bro, that shit you said in the other live stream, that wasn't correct. You know what I'm saying? See if a motherfucker gonna stand on it. You know what I'm saying?
You a fanboy if you do that.
If a
Hey, the
motherfucker
worst
like,
part,
yo,
man, fools
we
don't,
have
like you
people
said,
here
they
all the
don't try to
time,
build it.
y'all, especially when we do trivia, try to find a imperfection, something wrong or something like that. Motherfucker come back and motherfucker was wrong. You don't get no motherfucking block or reaction. Motherfucker gonna fact check shit. You know what I'm saying? My bad. I had to. Sometimes most of the time Trey catch it before he, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker even come back, man. Or sometimes that Trey don't even be wrong. He just got it from a different source. You feel what I'm saying? Like just be nitpicking stuff. Like
And
motherfucker
shit
gonna
be
try
worded different, and nigga be sitting there going off shit.
See, but the thing is, it ain't like a nigga come in bullshit. A nigga come in with 80 or 100 questions, nigga, I might fuck up every now and then. God damn, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. They say you a robot, Trey.
but
Yeah.
some people want to block you and don't want you to, you know what I'm saying? Don't want to correct their wrongs and none of that. They don't even want to eat crow, man. They'll come back after they pick a fighter that lost and act like it they never picked the motherfucker. I told you that the motherfucker wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga,
Alright.
last video you just picked that nigga. There's no accountability. Like we could just run over, just keep going, just keep going.
Oh, Bob Brown's a good guy. He'll never rob us. They were just trying to tell you niggas before T.O. beat him again that this man was undefeated. So what happened to the Salido loss against Lomachenko? You know what I'm saying? Why all the big money fights don't happen until they niggas leave Bob Brown? And this is
Oh,
before Al.
Why they
Before
going to
Al,
purse
my
bid?
guy.
Why they going to purse bid is the question. Why is these big fights like Terrence Crawford versus Porter going to purse bid? Why is this small fight like Gambosis versus Teofimo Lopez going to purse bid?
But why the way Bob did business never came out, but Don Kings did. Everybody named Mama know Don King was fucking niggas bad.
D-Lo, peace out, fam. We're gonna be too long.
Slow to you, fam.
hey, you brought up that trivia. I wanted to tell y'all about a fighter real quick, man. Just give me a couple of minutes. Let me tell y'all about it. It's a fighter named John Perry. He was the first black champion in any country. So like his origin is conflicting stories about where he come from and about his parents. But in the mid 1840s, the man went to England looking for work. He was actually a sailor and he went to England to get a regular job. When he got this job, he got challenged to a fight by this motherfucker and he put hands on the dude in a scientific way because he already wanted to be a prize fighter when he was a sailor. His boss saw that shit and was like, hey, boy, you got some hands. He said, let me send you to somebody that can get you some fights. So he wrote the man a letter of recommendation, sent him to this guy that can get him some fights, and he started trying to get him some fights for like a hundred pounds a side. So they finally got a fight, and John Perry put hands on the motherfucker, but he was taunting his opponent, sticking his tongue out, and just fucking with him and shit the way Jack Johnson used to do. That's why this guy is the precursor to Jack Johnson. That made the public kind of dislike him after that. But he got some money, he ended up opening his own business. I don't remember what kind of business it was, but from what I was reading, it was successful. And he was getting enough money to where he didn't have to fight no more. He was dressing in better clothes, getting all kind of bitches and all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So this guy named Tom Oliver, to me, it seemed like he tried to sabotage him, and he accused him of forgery for a $20 a 20-pound note. So they took the man to court. The guy had some representation, and his representation said that the man cannot read or write, so there's not a good chance that he could afford something. You know what I'm saying? But they found him guilty anyway. Back in them days, when you was found guilty of a crime, you can be extradited. I don't know what the word is, but you can be like sent away to Australia. So they sent him from England to Australia, and he made it to Australia in 1847. They had a champion named George Ho that was the heavyweight champion of Australia. This guy John Perry, he got a fight and impressed the public, so they called for him to fight George Ho, and he ended up defeating George Ho in 1849, I believe, and he became the first black champion in any country. I just wanted to tell y'all about him real quick.
Salute, man. That's nice ending.
Right, that was a hell of a journey, man. Salute.
So they sent him back to Australia, and the question is, was that his original country or not?
See, that's why I say they got conflicting stories about where he come from. Like they were saying that the man come from the Virgin Islands, and I think it was one that said he came from Sydney. Like his conflicting stories, so they don't really know where he come from or who his parents are. Like some stories say that he half black and half white. Some stories say he all black. They don't really know, you know what I'm saying? But he apparently he was very talented, and he was the first.
Yeah, no, they used Australia as a penal colony back then. That's what they would always do with people. That's where a lot of prisoners and ex criminals, they used to deport them there, even if they weren't from there.
Hey, salute Derek Bailey in the building. Salute, man, that's crazy.
Salute, fam.
D-Lo say, okay, great story. Melanin is something else, ain't it? Yes, sir.
Yeah, kick cold, man. They said he was a physical specimen too. You know, back then guys wasn't that big. He was 6'1", 190 pounds back then, and that was big for a man in them times. You know what I'm saying? So he had them genetics, man. They say he was a bad motherfucker. I was gonna try to introduce y'all to a fighter like that every now and then. I got a few of them that I've been kind of stockpiling and shit. So that's the first one. John Perry, the first black champion in any country, 1849 in Australia.
All right, D-Lo, peace. Yeah, shit, man. We done touched on enough, man. Y'all ready to get up out of here? We done pulled off an hour.
Shit, I'm with it. I'm still working on the trivia question too, because I've been trying to find some new shit and not just ask the same old. So I've been having to go through hell and hot water trying to find these questions. You know what I'm saying? So it's taking me a little longer than what I was anticipating.
So we could do a tournament soon then too.
Yeah. I was thinking about that. Yeah.
See if crown a new champ, or the champ's gonna defend their Tiz idols, defend their Chris Hounds. You know what I'm saying? See Rod X in the building.
Yeah, D-Lo said that was one of my trivia questions a few weeks ago. It was, but I know that I didn't really give no information about him. A lot of people was like, damn, how was he the first black champion? So I wanted to tell y'all this story and give you the lineage of his championship, because Tom Molyneux actually claimed to be the champion of America in 1809, but his championship didn't have no lineage. So a lot of people don't really take it seriously. This guy, John Perry, he beat a guy for a championship that had a 30-year lineage. So it's more believable, it's more plausible, whatever the word I'm supposed to use, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to give y'all the information about it.
Right. Damn, Louis and what's the name? And King of Kings jumped off. Hey, y'all subscribe to King of Kings and King Louis, man, if y'all haven't. Subscribe to D-Lo 404. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the chat that make content, man, for later people who might watch this video later on. But yeah, man, you wanna go first, bro?
Oh yeah, man, we're gonna be on Saturday, y'all. Y'all come through and fuck with us. It's gonna be John Riel Casimiro versus Rigondeaux. What's his first name, bro? Guillermo Rigondeaux. Mm-hmm. I'm taking Rigondeaux too. I couldn't find an amateur background for Casimiro, so I think Rigondeaux gonna go out there and handle his business. And he looked like he pretty fired up too when they had the little press conference in the face off and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really looking forward to that. I think it's gonna be some decent shit on the undercard too. Don't mean to that. And then next week, you know, we got Pacquiao versus Ugas and shit. So we gonna be here calling the frog out of well, man. Y'all come through and fuck with us. We're gonna have some fun on Saturday. I ain't gonna talk you to death.
Hell yeah. Hey, once again, man, we're gonna do this again next Thursday, man. Y'all welcome to get on the panel. Derek Bailey, we're gonna have to get you on here, man. D-Lo, you ain't been on in a minute. Rod X, we're gonna have to get you up on here, man. We're gonna be up on here talking about that Ugas fight, man, that Ugas Pacquiao fight next week. Next week. We got the fight coming up this weekend. But y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night, man. It's always love, man. Always enjoying the time hanging out with y'all. And shit, until next time, don't forget to tell them haters and trolls, the fuck out my gym.
You heard him.
Peace.
Gee.